I'm trying to be respectful of the fact that I'm the one who broke her heart.
Well, you might break it again if you leave her hanging too long.
Looks like we're finally getting a peek behind the scenes of The Rookie Season 8, and for the first time ever, the cast is filming overseas. But that's not all. There's been some buzz and confusion about why the show is suddenly shooting in Europe when the Mid-Wilshire police station is supposed to be in LA. So, let's break down everything we know so far. So, fans of The Rookie, get ready for a shakeup in Season 8, because this time around, the show's going global. For the first time ever, the cast and crew have left the familiar streets of Los Angeles and taken the action overseas. Even though the new season won't hit screens until next year, filming is already in full swing, and what's making it even more exciting is that they're doing it in Prague, Czech Republic. That's right. Images and behind-the-scenes videos have been popping up, confirming the cast is now filming in Europe. Jenna Dewan, who plays Bailey Noon on the show, actually broke the news through her Instagram stories. She posted some pretty eye-catching content showing the gorgeous scenery and historic charm of Prague, and it instantly got fans buzzing. From cobblestone streets to stunning old churches, Dewan gave followers a little peek into their temporary home base, and it's clear from her posts that she's thrilled about working in such a beautiful and culturally rich city. Now, what does all this mean for The Rookie Season 8? Well, first of all, this is a major change of pace. The series, created by Alexi Hawley, has always been rooted in Los Angeles, often highlighting the LAPD's Mid-Wilshire division. So, moving to a completely different continent, even if it's just for part of the season, is a pretty big deal. It opens the door to all kinds of new stories and settings that the show hasn't touched on before. There's speculation that this international storyline might just start off as a vacation or temporary assignment for the team, but let's be honest, this is The Rookie, so things rarely stay quiet for long. It's more likely that some kind of chaos will soon unfold, pulling our favorite officers into an unexpected situation in the middle of Europe. Season 8 of The Rookie is bringing back all the familiar faces fans have grown to love. Leading the pack is Nathan Fillion, reprising his role as the ever-resilient John Nolan. Joining him once again is Jenna Dewan as Bailey Noon, who continues to bring depth and warmth to the series. Alyssa Diaz returns as Angela Lopez, the sharp and determined detective, while Shawn Ashmore is back as Wesley Evers, adding his grounded charm to the mix. Richard T. Jones will also return as Wade Gray, offering his steady leadership and unwavering presence at the precinct. Liseth Chavez reprises her role as Selena Juarez, bringing fresh energy to the team. Micaiah Cox returns as the fiercely capable Nyla Harper, and Melissa O'Neill continues her compelling portrayal of Lucy Chen, a fan favorite whose journey has only gotten more complex. Rounding out the core cast is Eric Winter as Tim Bradford, whose dynamic with Lucy remains one of the show's most talked-about storylines. With this strong ensemble, Season 8 promises to keep the momentum going with more emotional depth, action, and character growth. So far, these are the characters we've seen shooting scenes in Prague. One clip even shows Dewan, Nathan Fillion, and Bridget Regan filming together, which is especially interesting given what happened in the Season 7 finale. If you remember, Season 7 ended with Oscar Hutchinson making a daring escape by helicopter. It wouldn't be a stretch to imagine that he's now hiding out in Europe, maybe even Prague, and the LAPD has followed his trail across the Atlantic. Given that Monica made an immunity deal in the last episode, it seems likely that Nolan, Bailey, and Monica could now be working together as part of some joint task force. That alone would justify their presence overseas, despite being members of a city police department. And this change of scenery couldn't come at a better time for the show. Even though it's been on air for a while, The Rookie has only grown in popularity. It's already been performing well on live TV, but it's seen even more success on streaming platforms like Hulu. In fact, it recently landed in Nielsen's top 10 list of most-watched streaming shows. That kind of momentum likely gave ABC the confidence to back a more ambitious production plan and broaden the narrative beyond its usual LA borders. Plus, let's be real, it's always refreshing when a long-running show tries something different. Shaking things up like this keeps the story from getting stale. Moving the action to a new location allows for fresh character interactions, new conflicts, and a different atmosphere. And Prague, with its historic architecture and moody aesthetic, brings a kind of cinematic flair the show hasn't had before. Duan's Instagram content really helped build anticipation for the season. She shared snippets of filming in the city's picturesque streets, showing just how different this season might feel. And it's not just the visuals that are changing, it sounds like the tone could be shifting too. With a more international setup, there's a strong possibility that this season's plot will be more action-packed and globally influenced. So far, there are still a lot of unanswered questions about what exactly brings the team to Prague and how long they'll be there. But fans are already coming up with theories. Some think it might just be a 2 or 3 episode arc, while others believe it could set up a bigger storyline that stretches throughout the season. One thing's for sure, it's not just a random detour. Everything points to this being a calculated decision meant to enrich the show's world and give longtime viewers something new to latch onto. Another big reason behind the international shoot might simply be practicality. Shooting abroad gives the creators more flexibility with locations and set pieces that haven't been done before. It could also help the team explore different angles of crime and law enforcement that don't always fit within the LA framework. Besides, you gotta think the cast is loving this opportunity to travel while working. Who wouldn't want to explore Europe while filming one of the most popular police dramas on TV? It's worth noting that the show has reached an important milestone here, not just creatively but logistically. Not every network drama gets to do a major overseas shoot this far into its run, so the fact that ABC is allowing them to do it says a lot about the show's standing. It's earned that trust. And with Oscar Hutchinson still at large and several storylines left unresolved from Season 7, Prague could be a great launching pad for new developments. The show might bring in federal agencies, undercover missions, or even international partnerships to raise the stakes. So it's not just about visuals, it's about setting up a season that's going to push characters like John Nolan and Lucy Chen outside of their comfort zones. One other thing worth keeping an eye on is the Chenford relationship, that is, Lucy Chen and Tim Bradford. Fans of that couple have waited a long time for some major progress, and Season 8 is said to deliver on that front. So if they're thrown into the high-stakes action in Prague, it could make for some intense, emotional moments between them. Whether you're here for the romance, the action, or the team dynamics, this new chapter promises to deliver something fresh while still honoring everything fans have loved so far. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.